Hey, thanks for checking out my channel. If this is your first time here, and if not, that means you're a subscriber and you've decided to come back for more of this. So, thank you. I appreciate you. I'm John Stark from ActiveMovieGuy.com, and this is my review slash recap of The Handmaid's Tale, Season 5, Episode 4. I don't know what that voice was. It's my Handmaid's Tale voice. It's both spooky and slightly elevated. Like I might be describing a house later on that is worth $3.5 million. Anyway, try out that voice. Alright, I'm a blind film critic, so welcome. Yes, and so yeah, I've been with Handmaid's Tale this whole time, and we're in season 5. And what is June gonna do? How do you solve a problem like Serena? How do you solve a problem like Serena? She's gonna live in Canada. She's gonna just move in. They tried to open an embassy, but they got it, like, condemned. Luke got it condemned, which is kind of hilarious. Like, what kind of building did they own? Like, that was one of the things in the audio description. Like, I know that they didn't spend a whole lot of time in that house, but I really wanted to know, like, how shitty is this building that they've given Serena for it to have, like, 14 code violations and be condemned by the city as unusable, so Serena has to go find a new home. I was like, what is this place? What kind of, like, future haunted house falling apart have they given to Serena? That's my only, I usually never have qualms about the audio description, but there was part of me that was so curious. That was like, what does this place look like? Is it really falling apart, or is it just like little things? You know what I'm saying? Like, is it little things, or is it like, oh my God, like, did Serena walk into that place and go, oh no, oh no, oh no, I can't live here, because I would have let her. If the place looked like shit, I would have been like, yeah, she can live there. Fine, let that be her home. Looks like the crypt keeper lives there. That's an appropriate home for her, because now she's in what is likely a nicer home, just with somebody who is, whew, right? I mean, we only got about like 3 seconds of that person, and I already would describe her as a bit much. Just a bit much. She's like, oh my God. It's like, oh. This is why famous people, when they come to town, they don't just like go onto their social media feeds and be like, hey, I'm in town, can I stay with one of my fans? Because they would get that reaction all the time. Like, Brad Pitt would have been sexually assaulted so many times throughout his career, I'm sure, if he just like was staying with like random women or like men or just whatever. If he just put it out and was like, I'm in town, where am I gonna stay? And people were like, you can stay with me, boy. So yeah, I don't know what happened or why this house was picked for Serena, but immediately I can tell that this woman is either going to become like an assassin for Serena out of like, adoration for her, or she's going to drive Serena insane. The fact that Serena's already giving like facial expression reactions like within just the few seconds that we met that woman was just leads me to believe that Serena's just like, oh my God, what's happening here? So yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen. June seems hell-bent on killing Serena, and Serena's in Canada and easy to get to, and maybe that's what they're trying to do. I thought about that. I was like, are they trying, is Gilead trying to sacrifice Serena, knowing that keeping Serena in Canada will drive June insane, and then they can get June arrested, and then she won't look like a hero anymore. She'll look like a crazy person, but in order to do so, Serena has to die. Like, I've thought about that. Like, that Serena doesn't know why she's there, because they don't really seem, the whole thing about, as she finds out about her being, an ambassador is bullshit, because she's not allowed to meet with any other country. She has to, like, twist an arm to be able to meet with Venezuela. So, yeah, they just kind of want her to be in Canada, but why? Why do they want her to be in Canada? Maybe they want June to kill her. And maybe June doesn't realize that. Maybe June doesn't realize that Gilead thinks that she's that easy to play, that by giving June Serena, that she'll lose her mind, and that she'll just storm right over there and kill Serena, and then she'll get locked up, and then Gilead will be like, see, she's not a hero. She's a crazy person. We keep crazy people locked away. A woman should never be near a child. And then Nicole gets taken away because technically Luke is not her father. And yeah, so I think June needs to take a step back and be like, okay, so what are we really doing here? But I also think Serena needs to take a step back and be like, what does Gilead really want from me? Because she's making lots of assumptions about how she still has some sort of power or footing with a country that has no value towards women. And as much as I hate her as a character, I still think she needs to wise up. I mean, even Aunt Lydia, who probably is one of the more powerful women in Gilead, if that's a thing, when she posed her suggestion, was told her ideas were terrible and just dismissed, So, Aunt Lydia, I don't know, maybe she's changing, maybe she feels like she owes God because she went through that whole, like, prayer thing and Janine came back alive. So she's trying to, like, make good on whatever connection she felt like she had with God in that moment. I don't know. So, but that can be interesting too in the long run. Anyway, things are happening. Things are afoot in The Handmaid's Tale. I did really love, I thought it was very timely when June was talking about, Gilead and how they can't, she's like, you just have to bury them all. Because I kind of feel that about Gilead. It's like they're trying to get other countries to recognize what they did as normal, where they just, like, closed all the borders and forced women into sexual slavery. And they're like, yeah, you should recognize this like everyone else. This is what you guys do, right? Like, this is, like, totally normal. And it's like, no, it's not. I mean, I could understand, like, if you guys, like, wanted a war and you fought for land, and then, like, your ways were just sort of backwards and you were creating your own community, but you literally, like, captured women and forced them to stay there. So it's not really, you didn't really give people a choice in the beginning, and that's the biggest part. If Gilead was just some island somewhere where they were doing weird things, I mean, we would all think they were, a very unfortunate third world country, but at least it wouldn't have that feel of, okay, I see the problem here. And unfortunately, nobody does see the problem. And they're just trying to treat Gilead like, yeah, they're one of us, we're just like another country. It's like, no, they're not another country. They came in here and they captured everybody, and they just one day just changed the rules and then put up some walls and didn't let people out. So it's not the same thing. So anyway, I feel like that's happened before throughout history when they won't let people out of a country. I know, like, it was when Germany had the Berlin Wall, it was really a pain in the ass to ever get across that thing. But anyway, I'm off on a tangent. This episode is getting a grade, and it's A. So that's it. Handmaid's Tale A. Loved it. It made me think. It made me feel. It made me laugh. It made me cry. I went through all the emotions. And I'll be back next week with another review of Handmaid's Tale. But if you're still here and you liked me and you like this review, please subscribe. I'm trying to get to 100 by the end of the year. I'm over 3/4 of the way there. I know it's such a small task to get into triple digits. I'm trying to be a triple digit YouTuber. I feel like I can do it. I deserve it. Deserve that, guys. I know it's not a million, so you can read more of my reviews on MacTheMovieGuy.com, and you can go to the audio description project at adp.acb.org. It'll let you know what has audio description, where you can watch it, and theadna.org. That's theadna.org. Will let you know what these narrators are up to and who else works in the audio description community. It's like IMDb for narrators, because they got kicked out of IMDb, so they just crowdsourced their own website, and we should support them because they support us. So that's it. That's all for now. I gotta go review something else, but I will see you on the other side. Sorry, I have no idea what just happened, but I knocked my phone.